तू मुसाफिर मैं तेरी मंजिल इश्क का दरिया है बहता डूब जा तुझसे है कहता अब मेरी बाहों में आके शराबी क्या शराबी दिल में जिसके गम न हो लुट गया समझो शराबी पास जिसके हम न हो साकी 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 आवाज़ है न जाए कोई ख्वाहिश बाकी साकी 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 आवाज़ है न जाए कोई ख्वाहिश बाकी
माशूका मुझे प्यार चाहिए ना पैसा चाहिए ना ही प्यार चाहिए
ये मस्त है खुमार में तुझ पे है छाया जो कुर्बान हुआ जो मुझ पे खुश नसीब बड़ा है वो शराबी क्या शराबी दिल में जिसके गम न हो लुट गया समझो शराबी पास जिसके हम न हो साथी साथी साथी
Yeah, give me a little Bollywood there. I like this stuff. There you go. A little Bollywood for you. What up, everybody? Happy Hump Day. Yours truly, Bro Joe, is here. Hoping you're going to catch some Bro Joe mojo today. As usual, totally improv today. I'll probably do some clickbait news and bring a couple of folks in. I hope everybody's doing well. It's 1 o'clock, February 12th. Already, February 12th, 2020. Unbelievable. Seems like, time's just flying. Yeah, I guess the older you get, the time just seems to go quicker and quicker. So we got 2 days till Valentine's Day. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? We talked about a couple days ago about how much people will be spending. They'll actually be some will be going into debt on Valentine's Day. To impress their significant other. So, but hey, I'm curious what you guys doing out there Valentine's Day. Put your comments in. So as usual, I will, let me see. Let me share the link. I will put the link right outside for you guys. Anybody. Now, almost anybody can come in, but I will see who it is first. All right. So there, I see, all right, I see Ronan out there. What's up, Ronan? Stan the man, our number one fan. Denise, hey, Denise. Denise, Ronan, Stan. Hope you guys are doing good. People, men going into debt. Exactly. Hey, here's Ronan. Yep, exactly, Ronan. The men are the ones who are going to go into debt Valentine's Day.
Well, yeah.
I doubt the women, unless they're lesbians, then, one of them is going to go into debt.
Well, yeah. I mean, women have given me flowers, and so that's here or there, but traditionally, it's about the man, giving something special to the girl,
I did get flowers once. It felt weird.
Why?
It just, because, I don't know. It just felt, it was like, no, I'm supposed to give the flowers to the women. I'm not supposed to get the flowers. It just felt weird. It was nice, but it felt weird.
No, I was stunned when a woman gave me flowers.
Mhm.
I was stunned. I didn't know what to make of it.
Yeah.
Like sent it right to my job site. The thing stood about 5 foot tall.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was big. It was huge, man. It was like, dude, I just put it on one of the benches and looked at it, during break, and it's like,
Wait, you broke up with her. She really liked you, right? And you just broke up with her, and she was, come on, take me back. It's a big 5 foot tall flower arrangement.
no, that happened, way later. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but man, that must have cost her a pretty penny.
Well, she was a professional woman. I mean, she had the money, but just the thought of it or the expression of it, that's well, again, it was stunning to me because it never happened. It's like, wow, that well, to put it this way, I did appreciate it, and I mean, obviously I did invest in the relationship. I think relationships are an investment, not a gamble. Obviously there are chances one way or the other, but
Right.
hey, that's love. Chemistry works to a certain degree, and sometimes it'll kill you.
It's not it's not a gamble, it's an investment. Well, I mean, but some people are losing out on their investment. I mean, half the half the investments go south.
Well, yeah, like I told you that last time, women get all the love and half the money.
Yeah.
And that's, again, I did point out that was part of nature. That was part of nature's process. I cited birds, when they build a nest and everything, he starts to bring her food, and every time he feeds her, he has sex with her, pay to play,
Pay to play. That's
that's just
it.
nature.
Ah, yes, it is. So yeah, but Valentine's Day is what's today's Wednesday, Hump Day.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is on Friday,
All right. Payday, man.
right? That makes it really.
Yeah, just got some money, just got paid,
What do you mean you can't take me out on
and
Valentine's
she's
Day?
so
Friday?
fine, ain't no telling where the money went. Yeah. I've been in that situation. Logical man like myself, getting all flustered by a beautiful woman. Oh
Uh
yeah.
huh. Oh
God,
yeah.
that doggone chemistry. Tear you up, man.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I know. Been down there a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Ooh-wee. What was I gonna say? Oh no, no. Valentine's Day Friday. I'm sure the restaurants are gonna be busy out there Friday night.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Mm. How about you, Denise? Denise, are you married? You going out on Valentine's
No,
Day?
wait a minute. She said had a date, I believe. Hold on. Said it in the
Yeah. You got a date for Valentine's Day, Denise? Why don't you come in, Denise? Come on in. Say hello. I put the link up there. Mm.
Yep, she has a date, man. All
Ooh.
right. Go, Denise. I know she shaves her legs, man, every time they go four-wheeling. I'm not lying, it's just, country girl, she likes that, go out there, mud bogging.
Play in the mud. On
Yeah,
Valentine's
oh yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause that mud sends a cake up on the leg hair. Yeah. And she's in Kentucky, so I imagine there's a red mud.
Kentucky. Is that where she is?
Yeah. Yeah. She hates her accent, but the British guys that would talk to her, they get turned on by that accent. Well, who was it? Peter, Peter Ben,
Where's he
and
been?
little Peter Ben, and who was that other British guy? Yeah, handsome lad, and he liked her voice too.
Hmm. They like that Southern hospitality.
Yeah, there's something about that tone, you know.
Yeah. Anybody turned on by a New York accent? Come on, ladies, come on. Victor in the house. Viva la vie.
Yo, bro, Joe, what's up, man? How you
Hey,
doing?
Rick.
Hey, Cronin.
What's the
Found out
matter with
we
you? Hey.
Nothing's the matter with me. Oh, what's the matter with you, huh?
Oh, nothing. Pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Feeling
About
good.
about a bing, about a boom, about a bang. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, eh?
Fettuccine Alfredo Romero, Lamborghini.
I'll give you a rice balls right here. Rice balls.
2 rice balls with the sushi.
I got 2 rice balls and Italian sausage for you. You want some? Come here.
I got dogs. Sorry.
Anyway, I've started started my diet and exercise. I skipped yesterday. So I did it today. Exercise a little. Had a nice early start today. It was good to you get up early and you get more shit done sometimes. You just you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I feel like I got a lot done and I'm not even halfway through the day.
Sweet.
You know? I put a video together, did some exercise.
Nice.
Watch a couple videos, get the news. But yeah, took a shower. All I gotta do is eat. I'm doing intermittent fasting, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I eat once a day, pretty much, and a snack maybe before, like an hour or two before bed. I have a snack.
See, it's the worst time.
I know, but I stay up till like 2 in the morning, so I'll have it around 11 or 12. It's a couple hours before bedtime. It's a small snack.
I'm shooting for a 6-hour window, and on that that's the only time I can eat. That 6-hour window. I'm not gonna gouge myself, because it just feel like shit anyway.
Right.
And usually, yeah, I'm gonna have like a meal once, and then it seems like a little snacking,
Mhm.
But trying to not eat the rest of the time. Yeah, it worked for me last time, so.
It works great for me. I always get told I should eat, certain meals because I'm diabetic, but I eat once a day and I'm fine. I don't have any problems.
Math Pig in the house. Yo, Math Pig, what's up? Hey, there's a link right in there in the chat. Scroll up. You want to pop on in, say hello. Yep. So yeah. And as usual, you want those instant results. Can I get at least a pound off today? No.
Right.
So it's like resetting the body, And I was noticed now, even when I went off originally, when I lost like 25 pounds, and then when I slowed down or I stopped exercising for whatever reason was, my body was still in that mode where it was burning for a little while without eating, I
Yeah.
wasn't gaining anything, even though I was going up my diet. And it was like that for a while, but then, it's like, again, then you're putting it's like, I feel like you got to keep your body in a certain cycle,
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Your body got used to what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you go off and change it. It's gonna.
Right. So now I'm trying to up and change it again for the good, get things burning. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
So that's what's up with me. Let's see here. What's going on in any news reports? Anything you guys have on your mind? Anything you want to cover?
Nothing interesting.
I'd like to cover the resignation of 4. Now it's 4 prosecutors from the Justice Department.
Resignation of 4 prosecutors?
Yeah. It's the Roger Stone case, right? And Attorney General Barr has taken over the case, right? And because of
Hold on, you gotta keep me up to speed. What's this case about?
Yeah.
okay, Roger Stone, a close Trump ally, he was convicted on 5 counts, like witness tampering, for example. I forget the other ones. And well, the mandatory minimums are 20 years per count. And well, he would have been in 40 years, right? Some of them run concurrently. That would be it, right? The maximum, according to the standards, right, under law for punishment. Yes. And so what they had negotiated was 5 to 9 years. And President Trump, the day before, this would have been day before yesterday, tweeted out, right, that he didn't agree with, what the Justice Department was doing. And then the Justice Department releases a memo yesterday that says, we're saying that the time that he'll be serving should be far less. And that's where initially three Justice Department attorneys resigned in protest. And then this morning, it was a fourth one that resigned. And well, the Attorney General obviously is colluding with the White House. And like I said, that's like a big issue because, wait a minute, sentencing guidelines say 20 years. They negotiated to 5 to 9. And then the president tweets something. Now it's going to be a maybe, I don't know, 2-week or 6-month sentence, right, for something that is, an egregious offense against the law, right? And like I said, the Justice Department has now taken over the case. And those 4 prosecutors had resigned in protest. One of them just outright quit. I don't know which one it was. No names given at the time, but I'm sure you'll find an article. It might be up on what is it? The Grudge report. Grudge.
I'm looking at the Hill right here now.
Look at the Hill. Oh, okay. I gotta look it up now. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just looking this over while
Yeah,
you're
that's accurate there, what they're saying.
Oh, I see. Okay, so 4 prosecutors. All right, they resigned after the Justice Department decreased the sentence. Okay, like you said.
Yeah, because the president had called it a smear job. That's where like I said, everything went awry from there. So those guys, man, I respect them for it. Hey, look, I wouldn't do it. It's like, wait a minute, I'm here to serve the Constitution, not, a tyrant.
7 counts of lying to Congress and witness tampering.
Yeah.
That serves a maximum 20 years on the books?
Well, for 1 count. But it would have been a total of 40. But it was like the 1 count with 20 years witness tampering. I believe that one is a 20-year sentence.
For lying?
For lying, yeah. For lying. It was proven after I don't know if you recall them raiding his home. And they got all of the information, and they used that information against him.
Don't you think that's a bit harsh? 20 years for lying to Congress?
What's the law? No, wait a minute. This is not an original, unique case. I mean, there's been plenty of people that have been sent to prison for lying to Congress. Well, it's a history lesson in and of itself, but it's not like uncommon, But that would be the maximum sentence, But that's what the law is, and that's what it says currently. So, this one is just ignoring the law. Never mind obstruction. This is just ignoring it. Put it aside. We don't care. We're in power. It's okay. That gives license
We'll just replace the prosecutors. We'll get 4 new ones. So.
It's all corruption. It's what team you're on. It's all mob tactics, all mob rules. Hey, I'm your friend. I'll let you out. I'll get you out, no problem.
Yeah.
Money somewhere.
Forget about it.
Yeah. You pay me, and you do me a favor, I do you a favor, and hey, everybody's happy, huh? Yep. It's
okay.
Sorry.
Francisco just named the healthiest city in the United States.
Yeah, I gotta play this. I'm like, this cannot fucking be. This cannot fucking be. Let me pull this story up. You got to be kidding me. From all the things we hear coming out of California, they're going to try and tell me that San Francisco. Well, I can understand why they're saying they're the healthiest. Maybe close to San Diego, too.
West Side.
San Francisco, the healthiest city in America. Do you believe that?
I don't know.
Fitness options.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, here we go. Let's play the little short clip news report. Let's see what they say here. Look at that.
Francisco was just named the healthiest city in the United States. The
By
study
who?
from Wallet Hub is based on access to healthcare, green spaces, food choices.
Wallet Hub. Weren't we using them yesterday, Wallet Hub? We were talking about the debt.
And physical fitness options. San Francisco ranked 4th in fitness and 29th in health. 4 other Bay Area cities also made the top 36. Fremont at 18, San Jose 20th, Oakland 35th, and Santa Rosa 36th. Brownsville was named the least healthy city in the country out of 174 cities ranked. It ranked last or next to last in each of the 4 categories.
Where's Brownsville? Where's Brownsville?
I don't know.
There's a Brownsville, Texas.
Least healthiest. Yes, it is. Brownsville, Texas has the dubious honor of being the worst place in America to live among the cities considering coming in 174th. The border town ranked last or next to last in each of the 4 categories. It's a border town.
Everything's big in Texas, man.
Even the tacos.
Everything's big in Texas.
Even
the worst, man. We got the worst. We have the highest rate of repeat teen pregnancies, man. We're number 1.
Do you?
Yep. Texas has the highest rate of repeat teen pregnancies.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, they like sex down here, man. Actually, the county I live in, right, was number 1 in like in 1980. Between 1980 and 1984, we were number 1, man. And was the internet invented then, man? I think that we can blame porn.
Oh, we get the impression, Texas, Republican state.
Oh yeah,
and that got the highest repeat teen
pregnancies. Let's make that clear. Repeat.
So
like
they
2,
probably got number 1,
3, 4 kids before 18, man.
Wow.
No, not that much. Come on. Most.
Okay, fine.
Really?
No, it happens a lot.
I mean, I think repeat. I hit twice, maybe.
Okay, fine. I'll say that. But I wanted to have fun with it because I know there are a few cases that could include 3, maybe 4 kids.
Could have up to 6 if she's banging by 13. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's the water. Oh, it's the water, man. I'm telling you.
Probably a good way to increase their welfare checks and food stamps. More babies, more money. More rims.
More babies, more money.
More rims for my car.
So I guess Bernie won New Hampshire.
Cool.
On his way to Vegas.
Yeah.
Then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a Bernie fan, so I'm good. I'm good with that. I mean, they say MSNBC is like supportive of the progressive. No, they're not. If you listen to them, I'll listen to them. Man, they're against Bernie, man. They're even trying to promote Bloomberg over Bernie, man. And Bloomberg might as well be a Republican. And he's getting support from major cities because he donated millions, to those cities. Mm-hmm. That's why he's getting money for that. Support. He paid for it. Pay to play.
Mm. That's the way it works, though, with politics.
Yeah, that's the way it works, man. That's the way it works.
And all these different news outlets, you listen to one and then the other, and then you hear the ones from other places, and they'll say, this guy's in the lead. Bernie is close, but like you said, they're trying to put in some obscure guy. It's almost like they're trying to put in somebody they know Trump can beat. And I mean, like how they can manipulate what people want just by advertisement and little adverts on the Facebook pages, and these people are so engrossed in these we call it networking sites and it just catches their eye and they just pick up on it. And it's funny how people can follow things just by seeing something shiny. They'll just go for it.
That's all we need. 4 more years of chaos and ruin. Yes. Hey, your
Right.
prices have gone up, gentlemen. I know that. I know your prices have gone up.
Prices?
Prices for goods and services have gone up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, thank,
The minimum wage goes up.
let's thank President Trump now.
No, I don't think it's.
No, it is. It is. I can
Come on, you
explain it.
can't-
Yeah. You
This
know
is
me. I can explain it.
The
But
money,
move on. Let's move on.
money issue's been going on for decades. It's not because of one president.
No, actually, economic recovery was very good under President Obama, and it was still going up when President Trump got to office. But President Trump took credit for that.
No,
Actually, President Obama saved our economy.
no,
He
he didn't.
saved it.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he inherited the problems,
Saved it from what?
the repeal of.
The financial
You know,
crisis.
it's always been a fight over poor people. Yeah, it's always been a fight over poor people. You have the right.
No,
It does. Look at it, because if you look at.
Let me give you a little history lesson. President Clinton in 1999 gave in to Senators Graham, Leach, and Bliley and revoked the Glass-Steagall Act of 1933, which separated investment from commercial banking. That's where it started. And then Baby Bush came in and got us into a war that should never have happened in the first place. That really drove our economy into nearing the gutter. Then President Obama came in and he stabilized our economy. And the unemployment rate
didn't stabilize it. Not one guy stabilized the economy.
I'm making a point. You don't like it because it's true. So you want to interrupt me and take over the mic? Fine. You take over the mic and keep denying it because I'm giving you the facts. I did the homework.
Okay.
But no, go ahead. Deny it all you want to.
All right.
Go ahead, please. My apologies for sharing facts.
Okay. Obama single-handedly.
No, in spite of the Senate, what is it? Moscow bitch McConnell said the day after Obama took the oath of office, we're not going to work with him. We're going to stop anything he wants to promote into law. He said it. Mitch McConnell, that I guess Klan member in this case because of his
the
age.
same shit. It's the same shit. They go back and forth.
Again, but in spite of that, President Obama stabilized the economy. I'm not saying he was a great president. I'm not saying he was great all along.
Stan
But
brings
the
up
whole fact of the matter still remains
What about
that the wave of unemployment had gone down. More illegal aliens were leaving the country than coming in.
What about the
But President Trump lies about it all, and he wants to claim credit for it. Well, that's fine. Go ahead. But I'm just giving you the facts of how it came about. You can deny it all you want to, but that's in the history.
What about the bailout?
I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm saying this is the best I can explain it.
Okay, well then it ain't a fact.
No, I just shared facts with you. That's the point of my statements, plural.
Okay.
Okay, because you don't like the guy doesn't mean he did a bad job.
And just like Obama, just like Bush, just like Trump, they've all added on to our debt.
No, again, Obama stabilized.
I'm talking now.
Stabilized our nation.
I'm talking.
We started going out of debt. And we started going out of debt.
I have to do like a Dillahunty now. I have to do like a Dillahunty and mute him because he won't listen to me. All right, I let you talk. But how about the bailouts? Ronan, all those banks bailed out. They shouldn't have been bailed out. If there would have been any other business, they would have been out of business, bankrupt. But no, we bailed them out. You know what the real big problem is? The real big problem is the Federal Reserve. And that's been the issue. I don't care what president is. We're printing money, putting us in the debt, lowering our purchasing power of our dollar, right? We're heading into inflation now. Yeah, like you said, prices starting to go up. Why? The Federal Reserve is injecting billions and billions, And so I don't give a fuck who's the president. The banks are the ones in control. The banks are the ones in control. They're going to set the policy.
Yeah, but if the banks control the president and they control everything that happens, then what's the point of even anything? One day, some like some golden 6'4" Jew is going to walk out the doors and be like, "I am your God. I've done all this, and bow and pray to me now, or lose everything you got."
So here's the top contributors to Bernie Sanders. University of California.
Well, I think a lot has to do with, I was saying earlier, is poverty too. Because if you look at it, the Republicans always have the church with them, and with the church, you have power and greed and lies. And then with the bleeding heart liberal pussies, you don't have the church. You have more programs, and the programs are going to be there to educate the children, to educate, to get people back into jobs. Where on the other side, now we jump back to the elephant in the whole room here. And what they have is that they let the churches have control of like NAAA for narcotics, homeless shelters, donation. They let them handle a lot of that stuff, and they're in cahoots for sure, tax-free cahoots.
I thought that was you, Denise. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. I just want to say hello, Denise.
Oh,
Oh,
that's just what I'm thinking.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Denise? How you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
I can't figure out how to turn on my avatar, but I guess I'll look like Ronan today.
You came here to turn on the Englishman with your voice.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. Go ahead.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm sorry. Where were you, Vic? You want to finish your thought?
Oh, that's about it, really. Just
Okay.
yeah.
So here's the top contributors of Bernie. University of California, $300,000 almost. Alphabet Incorporated, which is Google.
Yep.
Amazon, Microsoft, the U.S. Postal Service. Of course, it's Union Democrats. Apple, City of New York. I wonder if they're giving also to Bloomberg, so we could look him up too. I'm not aware of the company Kaiser Permanente.
Health insurance.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
AT&T and Walmart.
It was Kaiser and Nixon started the whole insurance company thing for doctors, and the whole prescription shit started back then too. The pharmaceutical companies.
Now let's look up Trump. Let's see what Trump is. Let's see what Trump is up to. See who's supporting Trump.
Trump up 2020. Hide your children, hide your wives.
The Villages. I have no idea. The Villages. What's the Villages? Department of Defense. Now,
of course.
I know we got the Postal Service in here too. So the Postal Service is giving like $100,000 to burn. So they're covering both their bases. You got the Army and the Defense. Of course, they're going to contribute some money, but aren't their money our money? So
that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, it's just like floating around.
They're getting government money, so they're giving some of their money to. Unless it's the unions, unless there's unions working within the Department of Defense. Now this is a new one. I didn't see American Airlines on here just last week, so they just came on board. I saw Delta, so now we have another airline. Wells Fargo, a bank. Nucor, I'm not sure what Nucor is, and Murray Energy. So, hey, you thinking about investing? Maybe you want to look at Murray Energy, Delta Airlines.
Right. If Trump wins, yeah. They're going to get kicked back somewhere.
Oh, well, I'm pretty convinced that Trump will win another 4 years.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way.
Yeah.
Again, who's going to vote? It's going to be like I was thinking, where you want to live. If you live in a place that's kind of got a lot of poverty there, you want to live with the old white people, the racist ones, because that you're safer there, and they're the ones that are going to vote. Is the old white race people. because they want to keep what they got, and they're scared that if a Democrat gets in there, they're going to have to give everything to the poor, which really it would be more of the rich. So the people that are scared of that happening to them, nothing will happen to them, but maybe even they'll benefit with better health care. And, it'll probably benefit in the long run. They're just scared, so they hold on to something that's not even theirs. If they went the other way, they would probably benefit from it. And the money would be taken from people way beyond their means. It's just that fear they invoke in them,
Wow, look at this. Bernie Sanders has failed to provide voters with positions on key issues covered by the 2020 political coverage test, despite repeated requests from Vote Smart and voters like you. What is the political coverage test? Is that a separate? Okay, here's a separate link. Let's see. Measures each candidate's willingness to answer the voters' questions. National leaders, media, and VoteSmart continually ask them to provide answers. How are test questions selected? Test results, current candidates. Let's see what the test results. What is this? We're going to get to a link. What's that? When politicians refuse to respond, VoteSmart staff uses their public records to expose their positions. Candidates can change answers at any time they like. VoteSmart makes it easy to see how well you match up to candidates on the coverage test. So I'm trying to. Why isn't with? It's only going by state. All right. So what's the wait? Let's go Vermont. He was in Vermont, right? Sanders.
Yeah, I believe so.
Why does this guy say national?
So they just want them to state their issues on certain their position on certain issues, right? And they don't want to do it. Some
of them are not stating their position, yeah.
But if they could change the position anytime they want to, they just don't want to have a flip flop, or maybe they just, if there's something's brought up, they don't want to be brought back on. So, well, and here, this states
who's in there now.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Let me go back to Bernie Sanders' page. Is that here? Yes, there it is. Do you see Bernie Sanders? Okay, you do. Okay, very good. I owe Denise. All right, Elena. Thank you, Denise, for the viewers. She says, Elena's telling me you're sending viewers over. Thank you.
I'm not even muted. Yeah, I shared the stream on my community tab.
Thank you.
And then I mentioned you at another place I was at. Hey, I suppose.
So here's some of Sanders' issues. Do you generally support pro-choice or pro-life? Well, we know he's pro-choice. He's 100% pro-choice. Okay. Yes. In order to balance a budget, do you support an income tax increase on any tax bracket? So there, you're going to need that tax increase to support all the programs that he wants to do, right? You want to expand here? He wants to expand federal funding. You're going to have to increase taxes.
Yeah, it depends on what it goes to. If it's for the betterment of the community, if it's going to school children, it's going to fund colleges, that's going to be great. Yeah, no problem. You're going to have that in there because you're going to have to get money from somewhere. So you can't say, I don't support tax increase, because there's always going to be tax increase. And if you say you don't support it and then you have to implement a tax increase for something, then you look like a bad guy. So it's smart for him to put that on it like that.
But I don't know about you.
Well,
but I'm feeling like I think a lot of people are feeling they're taxed enough. Well, and they're tired of just money being taken, without giving.
Right. But if the tax increase goes to the top percent, that's not going to then bother us or even people above us to a certain extent. then what's the problem with taking their money? Because they have more than enough. They have money that's on top of money that's never going to see the light of day.
He's in favor here. He's in favor of supporting an income tax increase on any tax bracket.
Well, that's just there as a security sake in case he has to do something. Even who knows what's going to pop up. So it's kind of
he's not stating percentages. I mean, I think the richest should be taxed the most. The problem is to have a big middle class. Otherwise, you only have kings and peasants, and this is where we're at already. Right, we're at that point. We're at the threshold. If this continues, that's going to be the problem. No, shrinking middle.
Browning,
Yes.
are you voting for Trump?
Put it this way: if it's Biden, I'm voting for Trump.
I don't think Biden will live that long.
I voted for Trump because of Hillary.
Yeah.
It's the same old Washington machine. It's no different, except with Trump, it's an open corruption, a cesspool, if you will.
Well, you have to admit though that he sure has shaken it all up in D.C.
Oh yeah, he's robbing everybody blind.
Oh gosh, Ronan, please. Ronan, now I will have a chat with you.
Here we
I
go.
will have a chat with you, Ronan.
It's been proven that he violated the emoluments clause,
Oh,
broke federal laws.
oh God.
It's been proven. See, that's
Oh goodness. By whom?
that's where we talk past each
Where's
other.
the proof?
That's
Where's
where we
the
talk
proof?
past each other.
Where-
Guys,
You support an individual. I support the Constitution. That's where we're talking past each other because you want to use it as Trump. No, what the person is doing, not the person's name, because I
Well, it
support
seems
the
like every time the
Constitution.
person's
I
name is
support the
mentioned,
Constitution. Okay.
you can't even mention the person's name without you having a fit of some kind.
Well, that's the point because you want to bait me. I'm going to take your hook and drag you a long way, a
But I don't
very long
understand
way.
why.
You or anybody else.
But why? Why can't we
Because
just have a
facts
conversation?
matter to me under our rules of law.
Only facts about Trump matters to you, though. The same facts, like
What
how
do you
feel
mean?
about
What do you
how do you
mean?
feel
I
about
can give you
Joe Biden and
I
Ukraine?
can give you facts about
Time out.
Obama.
Time
but he's
out.
not in office.
I'm out. So I want to ask each of you. Tell me, what do you think is the number one issue that needs to be taken care of? Ladies first. Number one issue. What do you think needs to be taken care of in this country?
Oh goodness.
Hmm?
I don't know.
Don't know?
There's so many. How could you choose?
Well, okay. Well, one that's most important to you. Because that's usually how it works.
Immigration.
Immigration. Are you directly affected by illegal immigration?
No,
Okay.
not directly. No. I don't have. No, I don't think.
So
But I do know that's like ruining our country.
So why do you think it's I'm not saying you're right or wrong, disagreeing. I'm just asking you, why you feel that that's a number one problem.
I think that what bothers me is all the corruption that I've seen going on in the last 3 years. I never even really followed politics that much. And then I came on YouTube and started doing research for myself because I'm not like, I don't believe anything I hear on CNN or any of the mainstream media. So I look it up myself. And so that's how I found out all the corruption. It's crazy how much is going on.
So when you say corruption in relation to immigration, what do you mean? Is that what you mean, corruption in relation to immigration?
Well, I'm talking about like corruption in general in politics.
Right.
Now,
But
I believe that the reason that the immigration is going crazy is I believe that the city, like the officials, the politicians of the cities have sold out. And I believe they believe if they get more illegal immigrants in here and they hurry up and get their driver's license, they'll have them voting Democrat forever. And that's not fair. That's not fair. It's not
so
right.
I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth. So do you think that So immigration's kind of putting a financial burden on our country.
Yeah, but no, I can't say that's the only thing. I mean,
The crime. So you worry about illegal, like criminals coming through.
yeah, for sure.
I wonder what percentage of illegal immigrants. I mean, there are already criminals coming in illegally. I mean, that's how I see it. You come in the country, you're breaking the law if you're not coming to the right way, the right passage. So that's how I see it. I don't know if I would put this at number one, but okay, I can appreciate your point of view. Ronan, what do you think number one issue is that the country needs to deal with? Why?
Our civil obligations, the fact that we go to politics versus respecting and supporting the law has gone, to the point where this has become very chaotic and emotions are involved versus reason. If I can cite anything, the change started about 9/11. Everybody got scared in our leadership. Oh no, oh no. They're all like flustered chickens. The point is that our leadership is the problem, because they should have looked at it more reasonably and not basically played to emotions, but that's the politics, and using that fear motivation, right? That has propelled this attitude throughout the time between 9/11 and now. And obviously, President Obama brought back racism, right? Because they didn't like a black man in there.
Oh,
And what I didn't interrupt you. I did not interrupt you. This is not about boy or girl. This is about being civil. Like I said, civil responsibility.
Ronan, I
It's
didn't
our-
interrupt you. I just made a noise. Jeez,
You
oh, calm
interrupted
down.
me. You
For
interrupted
God's
me.
sake.
Remember, this is not about boy or girl. This
Right.
is about being civil. And you just pointed out as part of the problem
How do you think?
Yeah.
Why do you feel Obama brought back racism? I don't understand that one.
the fact that there was a backlash in the country by the shadow group. Now they're out in the open, right? That always had that mentality, racist mentality in this country. And those people basically aligned themselves in the right position. And all of a sudden, I did not interrupt you.
Yeah, come on, Denise.
I mean, obviously, there's no moderation here, so I'm going to defend
I'm
myself. I'm going to defend myself because I'm not being rude to anyone. I'm being reasonable, very factual, by the way, and I'm basing it on our laws. So, civil responsibility.
Civil responsibility, number one issue that needs to be dealt with in the country.
Yes, that social
How do you
awareness,
define that civil responsibility? Just
that
follow.
social awareness that we all need to employ
Mm.
is not here because everyone is scared by listening to someone who is lying to us.
Please let
And
me know when
that
it's my turn.
someone is not just the president. Okay, it's the
Talking points.
mindset, the political mindset we
Civic
have in Washington.
Well, yeah, we definitely need some kind of reset. That's for sure.
Right. That's why I want that. That's why I want these younger people to vote out all of the establishment and get some fresh minds in there that want to abide by our laws.
I hear you. Get some fresh blood in there. But these guys are supposed to be representing us, and they're not. They're not for the most.
They're
They're
not.
not encouraging a atmosphere where most Americans can flourish.
Right. Right. And then that's the mentality is going to, again, take us back to the
It all
land of kings and peasants,
comes down to and it comes down to the money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it comes down to the money and power. Yeah.
It comes down to the money and power.
It's
Yeah.
like we have the knowledge and you don't. We have the ability to send our children to school so they could take over our thrones here in the house, where we keep your people so uneducated that they won't even have a chance to even start to get there. So I think one of the big problems that faces everything is it kind of circles around one issue, and it's going to involve education, of course. but that's the way they keep people separated, unfortunately. But it's poverty, I think, is a big issue that we have here. It's housing, education. It's the growing America that's there to take over for us. It's
Okay,
not there for them.
the point is, we have these problems, and who is causing it? Well, the current administration, obviously.
Oh, God.
They do.
Oh,
They do
Wait a
have
minute,
big
they're in
hand.
control, right? Are they in
I just
control?
can't.
Are those people in control? If a person is in control,
I just can't
he's
even
not-
sit here
you
and
They,
talk
they
about
are in control because whoever, even if they are a puppet, that hand is still manipulating them, and that's the person that's
well,
doing it.
sure, the
All
big
right, guys,
money is manipulating.
hold on. I want to give Denise she's been waiting. Give her a
Okay, I'm
chance.
going to interrupt her.
Give her a chance to respond. Go ahead, Denise. I'll give you a minute on the floor there.
I just wanted to go back to a point that Ronan was trying to make earlier. Anytime that he disagrees with anything that I say, I'm a racist. I must be a racist.
I didn't say
must
that.
be
I didn't
xenophobic,
say
homophobic.
that.
I must be
I
something.
did not say that. You just assume something because you want to.
Well, when you said immigration, it was kind of racist.
I did not say that.
What did I say that was racist?
How's it? Well, yeah. I mean,
Because if I did say something racist, I would like to know.
You set up this line in the chat stream. I ignored it because, like, why is that? You want to nitpick at something because the president is a racist and you
No,
support
because
him?
I'm tired
You
of
know,
you doing
again,
that.
you're-
Ronan,
I'm tired of it.
I called you one of the gullibles. I didn't
You
call
think
you a racist.
okay. So you don't think Denise is a racist, do you?
No, she's gullible. Because again, if you want to base it on your emotions, again, if you want to base it on your emotions, that's wrong because I'm basing it on the law. That's where we're talking past each other. That's the point I've been trying to make all along and have not changed since. That this is about our laws, not the person, but what the person is doing under law. And it's illegal currently what the president is doing.
Wait. What's the president doing illegally right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, right now he's basically obstructing justice by working with Attorney General Barr to give Roger Stone a very light sentence, like I explained before. That's political machinations at work right there in the now. Now I can cite a bunch of other points in the past. Yesterday, going back.
So he's recommending a lower sentence. That's illegal.
Yes, that's obstructing justice because the president should not be involved in that branch of government. That's why we have 3 branches of government. They're supposed to stand independent.
So one branch of government can't give an opinion to another branch of government?
No, the executive officer, that's the president, is to execute the laws, not make them or go around them or ignore them.
Well, of course.
That's his job to execute. That's why they call him the top executive officer. That's his job in our government. Okay, we have 3 branches of government.
Yes,
and what you're implying, you're implying. Let's give him a pass, so he can basically be a tyrant. And if that's what you want emotionally, fine, you can get it. But your loved ones will suffer the consequences in the future.
Are you afraid Trump's going to win another 4 years?
I'm rather hoping this chaos and ruin continues, but until you realize that, guess what? It's at your doorstep, buddy, and it's too late. And you know who told you before that? Ronan did, but you won't believe it because you won't remember because you're too scared at the time when everything is going awry and your money is going out of your pocket for a few slices of bread. But
Trump is a dictator.
You don't get it. If you haven't studied enough history, I'm not going to fault you for that. But the reality now, if you compare it to the law, is obvious. Okay. But you don't want to look at it because emotionally you're connected to the person. I'm not emotionally connected to any president. I am connected to our law.
Connected, but I just think that whenever one side is pointing a finger at the other, they tend to exaggerate things.
Law is not about pointing fingers.
Really being
law is not about pointing fingers against one another. Again, that's emotions. The law stands. In other words, no, officer, I wasn't speeding. Yeah, but the camera caught you. But the sign said this. No, but the law is the sign that says you can't speed. And you're not looking at that. You're looking at it as, well, how do I get past this red light without stopping? That's what you're doing emotionally.
How about 3 o'clock in the morning when there's no traffic around? Is it all right to go through that red light?
Put it this way: if you get away with it, you got away with it. Plenty of people get away with it all
Is
the
it getting
time.
away with anything, or is it just some kind of common sense? If the roads are dead, should I be sitting at a red light, nobody around?
Yeah. Okay. Where are you? Are you in town? Or are you out of
It's
town?
3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not in New York City.
If you're
not in
in
New
if
York
you're
City.
in town, if you're in town and you see like the roads are clear and everything, all of a sudden you go through the red light and the bicycle comes up. Boom!
No, I mean you
No,
stop.
no, that's
You
why the
stop,
laws
but
are
you
there.
continue to go on. You
That's why the
stop.
laws are there. That's why the laws are there.
But I'm saying you stop. You look around, but instead of treating it like a stop, because it's a red light, you usually gotta wait for the light. But you
Yeah.
treat it like a stop sign instead.
Yeah.
So what? Did he break the law?
Again, if you're not caught, it's not against the law because you didn't get caught. Go ahead. It's up to you. It's subjective. That's up to you.
You don't break the law as long as you don't get caught. There
The
you go.
tree falls in the woods. No one's around here. It doesn't make a noise.
But you never.
Right.
Wait a minute. If a tree falls in the woods,
If a driver goes through a red light at 3 o'clock
let me
in the
address
morning,
that, please. Let me address that. Let me address that. If a tree falls in the wood, does it make a noise? Yes. The laws of physics dictate it be so.
okay.
Okay. Yes, it makes a sound. The
Yeah.
laws of physics dictate it be so.
Okay. All right.
Clap your hands. Clap your hands. That sound.
All right, Ronnie. I need to
The
take a
energy
deep breath.
going in a different direction.
Ronnie,
I'm back. I'm back, you guys.
take a deep breath. Everybody breathe. Breathe
What do you
in.
mean breathe? I'm barely warming up here.
2, 3. Exhale.
Karma.
Well, let me tell you what's going on here, Roger.
I want to hear from Denise. I
Om.
want to hear from Denise. Go ahead, Denise.
Let me explain to you what's happening here. Me, you, we're all trying to have a conversation here, and Ronan is simply trolling us. He thinks that's funny. He's getting off on this right now. He thinks he's fooling somebody, but he's not. He's trolling. You can't have a conversation.
I don't think he's trolling. I think he's genuine. He's just, he's a little eccentric about his ideas, but he makes a good point.
Ronan, are you trolling?
He's not going to admit to trolling.
He will admit it. He won't lie.
Are you trolling, Ronan? You have to unmute yourself. Are you trolling? Trolling, Ronan?
Attached to an idea, and that's the problem.
Wait, you didn't unmute yourself. Were you trolling?
Myself?
Yeah, are you trolling?
No, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not trolling. I'm not making fun of anyone. I'm saying the law stands, and
Right.
you disagree with it based on your emotions. Okay, that's your right.
Right.
That's your right. If you disagree with it based on your emotions, vote for the man. Go
All
ahead.
right. We heard you, Ronan.
With that.
So
Stop
are you
it.
saying that you're not emotional, Ronan?
Denise, he says he's not trolling.
Okay.
How can I be? How can I be trolling? I'm not trying to change the topic. I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm saying the law stands, and you're saying, well, let's ignore the law because I feel supportive of President Trump.
Can
No,
we
I
go
can't
back
say
to
that.
can we go back to the
Yeah.
Stone guy? What's his name?
The one.
The Stone. What's his last name?
Roger Stone? Yeah,
Yeah.
Roger
Stone.
Stone.
Back to that topic.
All right. What do you want to address, Denise?
I heard Ronan mention something that what was it you said, Ronan, about his sentence? You think that's a fair sentence for what he did?
No. The standard sentencing guidelines say that it's 20 years,
Yeah.
right, for witness tampering, and they negotiated it.
Who
Well,
was
let me finish explaining it to you. Let
Well,
me
he
finish
said
explaining it to you. You're the one that's trolling now.
They
Okay,
tricked.
you're the one that's trolling because I want to make the simple statement, and you're gonna make me draw it out for 10 minutes and say I talk all the
Get to the point. Get to the point. Come on, let's do this.
time. Finally, some moderation. Anyway, the standard guidelines said 20 years, but since the man's never been to prison, so on and so forth, they negotiated to 5 to 9 years. And then the president said it was a smear campaign. I believe Rojo had it up on screen, and that prompted the Justice Department to say that the the sentence should be far less for Roger Stone. And that's where 3 of the prosecutors of DOJ, they resigned. And then, well, this morning, a 4th one, I believe, quit outright. Okay. Now, under sentencing guidelines, it's 20 years, got it down to 5 to 9 because he's found guilty.
When you say sentencing guideline, it's a
9
maximum
counts, 9
sentence.
counts, as I recall.
Maximum sentence, 20 years.
Maximum sentence, but they negotiated 5 to 9. Now, the Justice Department said, no, we're going to make it far less. They didn't say how much because William Barr is getting in on it, and he shouldn't be.
So what?
That's
So
where those
Trump said a
prosecutors
couple of
quit.
words. Oh, this is
My
a smear campaign, and then you think, oh, the Justice Department said, oh, you're right, Mr. President.
And if we have 3 co-equal, we have 3 co-equal branches of government, and that's where the president should not be involved in.
No, you got it twisted, Ronan. You got that shit all
We
twisted.
have 3 branches of government, Denise.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay, and the responsibility of the president is to do the president's job, not to legislate and not to dictate behavior in the Justice Department. Okay, that's why we have separation of powers, so we don't have the situation come up and the president or that person becomes a tyrant. That's why we have these 3 co-equal branches of government.
You heard that. You're repeating yourself now. Denise,
No, put it this way. I could repeat it all day long. It's not going to make any sense to anyone who doesn't want to be reasonable about things because
I am trying to be reasonable, but I
No, Ronan, the only person who's not being reasonable
I
is
support our laws.
think you're exaggerating.
Yeah, for sure. He's the one not being reasonable.
Exaggerating, and you're
Wait a
giving.
minute. So you're saying we
Ronan,
shouldn't have
good
3
point.
co-equal
I agree with
branches
a lot
of
of stuff.
government?
No, we do have 3.
No,
Yeah.
no. What you're implying is that we shouldn't.
No, I
Because-
didn't say we shouldn't.
So,
How
I'm
do you
saying
know
you're
how-
exaggerating about the influence, how much influence was on the sentencing.
again, there should be no influence on it because it is not.
I understand that.
The
There shouldn't be,
president-
but I don't think there's anything.
That's why we have 3 co-equal
Yeah, I don't think anything was
parts
illegal.
of the government
Yeah, I don't think anything was
to
illegal.
avoid this situation.
I think you just.
No, I'm not making it up. It's a fact.
Goodness.
I didn't say
The president did commit crimes here. Now he did.
Trolling.
Not
I'd
you
be
calling you a
trolling.
troll.
I think Ronan's upset because Trump didn't get impeached. Is that it, Ronan?
He's
Yeah.
not impeached.
It was obvious he wasn't going to get impeached.
It's part
That
of
was-
history. It's already documented. He's been impeached.
Repeat
He has not been impeached.
No,
Well, it
that's
shows-
that's permanent. That's a permanent record. Impeached one.
Not
Not only
impeached.
that, it shows how corrupt our government is when he could go in, found pretty much, put to stand trial on something that they have a stacks of evidence on, but yet they will not allow certain witnesses in because why would, it's a regular courtroom, right? Why would they let the jury get a wander? Why would they not allow witnesses in? Again, I shouldn't have smoked that weed. Lost track.
I'm taking a hit now.
Wait a minute. Is it like a regular courtroom? Because
Well, if it's not a regular courtroom, it should be more dignified and more respectful, as a courtroom should be mirrored by the smaller courtroom. So what they done was they pretty much said, "Hey, we're the top of the notch set here. We're the Congress or Senate. We're going to show you how
Yeah.
silly we are. We're gonna let the president just walk off, and we're not going to care because we are on his side and we're the majority of that." And that's just
I don't
retarded.
think that was what they said.
That's what happened. That's what
That's not what they- no,
what happened. Doesn't matter what they said. That is what
They
happened.
didn't have the proof. That's why they acquitted him, because the Democrats didn't have the proof. It was
They
simple.
had plenty of proof, and they had witnesses that Trump did not want up there, and the
Oh, but it
witness that
wasn't
did go up
Trump.
there. The
Yeah,
witness.
Get over. Oh, yeah, listen, you guys gotta get over it, man. He's not.
Lamar Alexander admitted to it. Lamar Alexander, a Republican, admitted to it. He said, "Yeah, he did it, but hey, we're gonna vote to acquit him." They admitted it.
Are people naturally
Lindsey
blind?
Graham said he was working in conjunction with the president's
I bet
defense
it's
team.
very lighthearted story.
It was a sham trial. Everyone knows that.
Oh yeah,
That's it. That's the
like
point.
9/11.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
It's a sham because that's what
Again.
you want to see. If it had turned out the other way, it wouldn't have been a sham, right? It's just
It would have
all
been
of it.
justice.
See, I just don't get this. It's the
Yeah,
hypocrisy.
you're in
The
denial,
hypocrisy has
Denise.
to stop. Until the hypocrisy stops, the division will remain in this country.
You spell your avatar name wrong. It should have been Dnile. Denial.
Ooh.
You're in denial
Of what?
of the facts
No, you're in
presented
denial of
in
the
the
facts,
case
Ryan.
against
Because
President
you have
Trump.
Trump derangement syndrome so bad. You're just blinded by your hatred of Donald Trump.
No, I'm not. Again, you're
No, that's
the one with the emotional attachment. Okay.
Moving
I'm
on now.
law.
yeah, sure.
How would you like to buy
okay,
how
I'll
would you
tell
like
you
to
what,
buy a bat at in Indonesia's wildlife market?
well,
They're selling bats. Despite there has been a warning. They sent a warning. Don't sell these fucking bats. And here they are. They're selling bats. Look at these fucking bats.
That's how the Chinese got sick.
Yeah, exactly. Bats, rats, and snakes are still being sold at an Indonesian market known for its wildlife offerings, despite a government request to take them off the menu over fears of a link to the deadly coronavirus.
Where's PETA at now? You never hear about them when this kind of shit happens.
Whose fault is this? It's the Republicans' fault.
It's the delicious, juicy taste of bat meat.
Vendors at Tamahan Extreme Meat. I like that. Extreme Meat Market on Sulawesi Island say business is booming and curious tourists keep arriving to check out exotic fare that enrages animal rights activists.
There's PETA.
How much PETA is in Indonesia? Oh, they already took a video down. Look at this.
I wonder what bat tastes like.
Oh, never had it.
You try it?
Would I try it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Like if I ever make it to 80 years old, I'm gonna do all kinds of weird shit because I'm not gonna have much time anyway.
Well, but aren't they considered like a rodent?
I guess, but I mean, rat is pretty big in like certain places, and it's supposedly it tastes pretty good. Maybe flying rat tastes like chicken and rat.
Okay, unless I was like really starving.
Right. That's true. Yeah, you eat anything before you die, even your best friend.
Look at that, ripping up a snake.
I had snake before, rattlesnake.
There you go. I had alligator, and that does taste like has texture of chicken. Maybe a drop sweeter. It was interesting. Had that down in New Orleans. Would you eat bat? Denise, would you eat a bat?
Never. Never. I saw one girl, she had a bat in a bowl of soup, and she just picked that bat up with those chopsticks and was biting on it.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
So gross. Have you seen some of those videos coming out of China about the way they're treating people?
People? No. But I mean, what she was eating was probably just natural to her, so it's not gross to her. You know, like, you know, because it's gross to somebody. It's Sometimes you gotta take a look at different points of views. You know, stand up on the fence and look around and see what other people do without pointing judgment. Different cultures, you know, they have different ways and different means, and they end up doing something like that with no regret. They don't, you know, like a Filipino will eat with his hands, and they won't say like, "Oh, maybe I should be using a fork," because no, it's the culture they grew up in. I have some bad. You ever have like what's a good white meal? Fish head soup.
Did you say white meal?
Yeah,
That's
fish head soup. Like something that's gross looking, like to somebody else, but it's normal to you know, the white side of me says it tastes pretty good, even though you put a big, you know, a bass head right in the middle bowl of the soup facing up looking at you. You know, is that what you got a good broth with the meat, the fish, and other potatoes and all that good shit in there. Tastes delicious, but is it gross because it has a fish head looking at you? Is that?
Oh, I saw that story about the 6-year-old.
Yeah, I'm like, this caught my eye. I'm like, what's this about? A 6-year-old pointed a finger gun.
Oh,
At her
she's Down syndrome,
Now
too.
shoot you. And they called the cops on.
That's messed up. They should have called a counselor or call the parents, to talk about what happened. And call the cops is silly.
Call counsel for the teacher.
Yeah.
Right? What did the teacher do to get the kid to do that in the first place? It's always blaming the kid,
Oh, this is in here. This is in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. Maggie Gaines understands why her daughter's teacher at Valley Forge Elementary School went to the principal after the 6-year-old pointed her finger at the teacher like a gun and said, "I shoot you." What she doesn't understand is why she and her husband had to end up on a conference call with the Cheddar-Fin Township Police next day, giving their names and ages to an officer. You don't understand. This is insane, Gaines recalls saying. Gaines was told that her daughter, Margot, who has Down syndrome, had triggered a threat assessment.
Wait, the kid has Down syndrome?
Yeah.
It has Down syndrome.
Oh, that's messed up. They should not call the cops on that kid.
I know.
That's horrible. I feel sorry for that kid.
I don't think she called the cops on the kid. She was like just following what.
She's 6 years old.
Yeah.
She's 6 years old.
You don't involve the
I'm
police.
not defending the teacher. I'm just telling you what the teacher said her reasoning was. That she was following protocol, and it was just a bunch of. I agree with you guys.
She wanted to make the news. She wanted to be that one that didn't give the kick to the players.
She's going to have that on her record forever. That's ridiculous.
That is messed up. Poor kid.
I know. This is ridiculous. Quote, they feel they need to contact the police to find out if a student might have something else in the community they might know about, said Gaines, who lives in Wayne. All right, but my daughter is 6 and in kindergarten. Are you trying to tell me you think she's out running around the rough streets trending, doing something? I know, and it's ridiculous.
Playing finger guns with everybody.
It's a fucking mess.
You know what I call a kid with Down syndrome pointing a finger at you, saying I'm going to shoot you? I say that's cute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's.
Oh, God. The incident happened, in November, but became public in late January when she attended the school board committee meeting and criticized district policy as criminalizing age-appropriate nonviolent behavior in elementary students. So now, you got this whole committee together. Waste of time. Waste of money. Waste of tax dollars. This is where your property taxes are going to, buddy. People. The systems like this. Calling the cops on a 6-year-old.
That's a system of fear. I mean, it sucks. That's a lack of education right there. When I was a kid, we took toy guns to school, and we knew not to point them at the teachers. We knew we could play with them in the playground and keep them in our backpacks or whatever, and that was fine. But
you guys read Stan's comment.
Oh, wait. I'm still in the story here, but district declined to comment on the incident, but it said a school board committee was evaluating its policy. Okay, yeah, you should evaluate your policy. Who wrote this policy? That's what I want to know. Who voted for this policy?
The school board.
Yeah, well, they need to be reevaluated.
Yes.
Advocates see the district's actions as emblematic of a broader problem with schools over-reporting student behavior to the police, an approach they worry is reinforced by a national push for schools to preemptively identify threats and prevent violence. 6 years old. Plus, she has Down syndrome.
yeah, that's crazy.
She's a threat. Point a little finger at you, teacher.
I call the police. She looks like she was crazy.
Ding, ding. You know, like what if every parent reported that when, like, when their kid was running around the house going bing bing choo choo.
Right? My kid's be in jail right now. Freedom.
Shit.
Crazy, man.
We used to play cops and robbers. Come on, now we guys.
Out on the streets with wooden rifles you make, or
Yeah.
you buy at the store, toy store. Yeah.
Riding on bikes, doing
Yep.
pretend car chases.
Right, yeah, I'll freaking GI Joe it out with fucking fake like grenades from the army surplus store, real ones, $5, riding around like freaking little freaking mercenaries, and it was fine. Cops wave at you. Take care, kids. Looking like the Goonies on Sunday.
So going down a little further here, let's see. This is my state here. Pennsylvania last year passed a law requiring all districts to form threat assessment teams by 2021 to intervene with students who, quote, whose behavior may indicate a threat to the safety of the student, other students, school employees, school facilities, the community, or others. At 6 years old, again? Maybe we should take this up to like maybe 8th grade and on.
Right.
7th grade. I don't know.
Yeah, probably 7th grade. I knew kids that were packing guns at 7th grade.
Yeah,
That's when beepers first came out too. Remember beepers?
Beepers, yeah.
Pagers, yeah.
Oh my God, pagers, yeah. Everyone felt like they were a big deal, right? Felt like a big deal. Yeah, carry my pager. Oh, I'm getting paged.
And half of them didn't work. They just got them with the turn the light on once in a while, look at it. Couldn't afford the service.
It was a great way to get out of a conversation or something. Oh, excuse me, I'm being paged. I gotta take school.
Right.
You can walk away and make a phone call. Pennsylvania law does not require district threat assessment teams to involve police while evaluating reports. That's another thing. You're going to call the cops. That's the waste of their time. You're taking them away from real threats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how the cops treated the kid. They felt sorry for the kid, or they just dicks too. Like, what'd you do? What'd you do, little retard? Boom, start kicking around. Poor kid.
The mother says here that she doesn't fault the teacher or principal. I'm just following orders.
Why is it made the news?
Just following orders. Don't blame me. Yeah, ridiculous. All right, let me. What'd you say? Let me go check out what's Stan saying. It needs the Holly influence. I don't know who. I can't read that. Is that? That looks like Greek. Whoever the Greek person is there. I'm thinking about homeschooling. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
But they have the children's best interests at heart.
I sent my kids to public school. I do a lot of homeschooling. My son told me the other day that he learned more from me here than he did at school. But I think it's a good way for them to see how the world is, to see how other people think. Socialize a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they're younger, let them pick and choose if they want to be religious and what religion they want to go to.
I hear that about the kids you're not getting enough social activity if they don't go to school. You can have them join clubs. You can have the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts.
Yeah, parents are lazy. Do they even have the Boy Scouts still? I haven't seen it.
They do. They still have them.
They used to have like a Boy Scouts of America building and little campsites you go to. Now it's at the basement of some creepy old guy's house. It's got like some chickens in a cage in the corner and his old Toyota sitting in the garage. You just can't trust them.
Communities are having baseball. They have their baseball teams. They have the football teams. No reason, you can still give them the social activity that they need.
Yeah.
Yes, Stan, I agree. Teachers' unions are the problem. Yep. We now teach the kids how to critically think. That's what we need. Yeah.
Right.
Gosh.
Look at our thing early on.
Did you guys hear my knee pop?
Uh-uh.
Oh. Alrighty. I need to get a drink. I'll be right back. Try to control yourselves.
We'll try.
Talk amongst yourselves, okay?
Okay.
Alright, talk amongst yourselves. What is that name in English? Do you know that person in the outside chat, Denise?
Dave?
With the Greek name?
Oh, Greenie Houdini? Yeah, I know her.
Oh, Greenie Houdini. Oh, now I see. It looks like Greek lettering.
She probably some kind of weird keyboard that she downloaded.
She's using the font. Yeah. I always wonder how people do that. Because I saw a guy named Shane first do that on the
You
outside.
just go in the Google Play Store and download. They have thousands of keyboards to choose from.
Oh, okay. So,
Stop downloading an app.
so it's changing the keyboard. Okay, I thought you had to change the download font or something. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I need a drink desperately.
Is it a keyboard, Granny? That how you a unicoder? I don't know what that is. Maybe Bojo will know. Do you know what it is, Ronan? Vic?
Not sure.
Oh, Dave.
During the old school way, you hold no, not control. You just hold Alt, and I think 0172 is like a little dot, and 014
Oh,
would be like a little face kind of deal. Remember those, the old Alt codes?
yeah.
But I guess that's like has to do, I guess, with like the the programming of the machine itself, but the way the applications work rather than the programs. They're more like it just gets layered so much. I guess you probably could manipulate the font easily as that now without having to actually go in and do major damage, or not damage, but major changes to I mean, is that you have to like download a font maybe for that? But usually when it's transferred over into hypertext or onto the internet, well, that's what it is too. The hypertext would have to be a text font, but now everything's just laid on there with graphics. It might be just something like that too. I'm not sure how it works.
I'm back.
It's like a thing you can type in anything and it'll show what you typed in different fonts, like how you do with Translator.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a keyboard app, some kind of app. You change the keyboard settings. Is that
A unicoder.
Unicorn? Okay. See, that's what I. All right.
I would think just downloading the keyboard would have been my way.
I mean, I haven't dealt with it like in months because when I asked Shane because I saw him use it. I was like, "Wow, that's pretty cool. You could do that." And he pointed me in his direction, and then I don't know. I
You know how you can tag someone's name in the chat by typing
right.
the in front the whole name out? Well, you can't do her name because I guess those lettering. Like if you type in GR, it won't just pop it up.
Ah, really?
Copy and paste each time.
Interesting.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, what else? What else is up? We got about a half an hour here.
Thank you, Dave. Can never just jump in and have a chat without that coming up a few times.
Back to good old Drudge.
So it's like my accent. I'm just curious. You guys don't ever hear anybody talk like this at all in your daily activities. Only when I'm on the chat with you, you hear this.
Are you referring to like people now? Because I mean, I was former military, and I met guys that were married who took their wives overseas, and I met them there, and they had Southern accents. So, but if you're talking about people in the now, no, I don't know anyone else that has your accent. That makes you unique, you know.
Depending what part of Pennsylvania, I might get somebody with a little bit of a heavy accent.
Hank Hill used to say that it made him feel like home, reminded him of home.
I hear a lot of that over here, being in the South. That heavy accent.
Oh, you're from the South?
No, I'm actually from California, but I moved out here to the good old South. Yep.
Cali boy. Yep. Did you ever go surfing? Did you ever go surfing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
Huh?
Cool.
My buddies and I went out there. We tried a little bit. I was able to stand out a couple times, but that was about it, really. Just kind of just survived a couple of runs. But I'd be out there at the beach swimming around, bodyboarding, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
What's this?
Plus all the chicks you get to look at.
Yeah, never did surfing.
Oh man, it's fun. You should try it.
Yeah. Me and the water don't do too well.
It's like falling off a skateboard will hurt you, your ass when you fall, but falling off a surfboard, not really. It's not too bad. You just land in the water.
So what we got here apparently is this is the swarm of locusts
Nice.
that is happening. Motorists encounters. Look at let me see. Click the sound. Then we go back a little bit. Oh, it's not gonna give me full screen. Kenya. Wow. Look at that.
That's cool. This is the work of the white devil.
He's beeping at him. Why does he think it's
Trying to confuse them? Like, hey, watch out, Hobby. It's a car. It's a car.
Oh, there's a couple dead on his SWAT.
What was that? I saw that lady driving down the Walmart parking lot, and there was like millions of blackbirds everywhere. It was scary. I would have been scared to death if it was me.
Oh, isn't that cool when they start going back and forth in unison? It's kind of just like, I think it's badass. I can see them in the sky when they're flying around.
So many.
Yeah, it's cool.
Ooh. So what makes them gather up like that? So many of them.
Nature, I don't know. I mean, that's just how they do. They gather.
Maybe they found crumbs or something, to food in the Walmart parking lot or something before.
Oh yeah, well, while they're there, yeah. It's gotta be that.
It's the judgment of God.
It'd be cool if it was. It'd be like, about time you got here. Jeez. Let's get
Tune
on.
in next week when the firstborn of Africa all disappear.
I want to be last to be judged. It's like I watch everybody get their heads chopped off, or get to enjoy the whole run.
Billions, as many millions of people that are already battling hunger in Kenya, Somalia, Ethiopia are now facing further food insecurity.
That sucks.
Uh,
Great Natural Geographic shot. A little alien looking killer flies all up in his eyeballs.
The huge swarms seen in East Africa have been attributed to unusually heavy rains, aided by a powerful cyclone off of Somalia in December. They arrived from the Arabian Peninsula after cyclones dumped vast amounts of rain in the deserts of Oman. One especially huge swarm in Kenya measured 60 by 40 kilometers wide. The United Nations has now said the locusts have reached Uganda and Tanzania. Officials from the UN have warned action must be taken as we simply cannot afford another major shock to the already vulnerable region.
Actually, that I've seen videos, right, of people catching them for food.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, I could eat them.
It's a protein. It's a protein. So yeah, people are gonna eat well out in the bush.
So maybe it's not the wrath of God, but a blessing of God. Oh, you guys are hungry? Here's some locusts. Catch them.
You had no vegetables. Now it's time for some meat.
Yeah, it's manna from heaven.
Yeah,
Have you ever heard of chocolate covered ants?
yeah, I had
Yes.
it before.
Tasty.
Again, another protein.
Yeah. Even though I'll stick to my eggs and meat. And
I saw a store in San Francisco that they grind up crickets and then use it like flour.
Yeah, yummy.
Cricket cakes.
They make cookies and such out of it.
Cricket
So it's
cookies.
like a restaurant. Well, not. It's like it's a store, not a restaurant. They sell all kinds of stuff that's made out of insects.
Is it like Asian store?
No, it's just like Americans.
Oh,
I guess
it's
the hippie type, that would eat crickets.
yeah. The wannabe worldly people.
Yeah, the people who are trying to stop eating cows because they fart too much, and so they can make flour from crickets.
And eat grubs and tree huggers.
Would you eat a cricket?
I would eat a cricket before I'd eat a bat.
Oh, I ate cricket sprinkled on top of that.
I would eat a cricket. I've eaten the ant. How about a roach?
Ooh,
Oh, that's gross. But then it gets not that far from
so
bugs.
nasty. Roaches
See-
are associated with filth,
Yeah, they eat dirt.
and not really. They're associated with filth.
But you can get some roaches, and see, because I think the natural thing is, because we think of roach. We're in the city; they're prevalent in the cities.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just wouldn't think of eating one. But if you're in the wild, then you see something going.
If you kept roaches in a controlled environment now, and you controlled what they ate, would you eat them then?
Probably not, because I already have it's in my mind, that
Yeah.
roaches.
Well, if you control what they eat and that's pretty much what they're made up, then if I had to choose one or the other, then I would control what they ate. Yeah.
But I'm like Rojo. It's just in my mind already.
Yeah.
Would you eat a sea rat?
What's a sea rat?
A sea rat.
What's it look like? Let me see what it looks like.
I don't know what a sea rat is.
Oh, it's called a lobster.
Oh, I think that's roach.
That's a giant bug, right? It's all
cockroach. The sea.
yeah, it's a big giant bug. That's all you're eating. It's just
No, I've never ate a lobster. What they taste like?
you never ate lobster?
No, never tasted.
What?
Never had lobster.
You ever have shrimp?
Yeah, I've tasted it. I don't really like shrimp.
It's like a big giant shrimp.
I don't like how it feels in my mouth.
It's just bigger. That's all, pretty
Ugh.
much.
Well, I wouldn't like that.
Texture's not as tough. But yeah,
And far tastier.
yeah, it does taste better.
So in other words, it's nothing like it.
No, it's a lot like it. It's kind of like I mean, if you get a bad smaller lobster, it tastes a lot like a prawn or a shrimp. The flavor's the same. Is what I'm saying. Like a steak, you got a good steak like a filet mignon versus a rough cut or chuck.
I guess.
This is a sea rat is a chimera.
No, I don't live near the coast, so they're just. I guess people that live near the water or a coast, they would be more likely to eat lobsters and all that. And
Yeah.
when I've gone out to eat, when I had the choice of Red Lobster or steakhouse, I always chose the steakhouse. I just never did. I just never was a fan of seafood at all. So I guess that's why I never.
Oh, so good for you.
Yeah.
Salmon. Oh, you know about salmon?
I've only ever ate salmon in a can, like salmon patties. I've
Oh,
never had a piece of salmon.
You gotta get out more, Denise.
I know.
Oh, salmon. So
Thank
good.
God for the internet.
Well, you can't. Okay. I guess we could ship some to you. Go to Amazon, get some salmon.
And the closest Red Lobster we have is probably an hour and a half. And they say the reason we can't have one here is because there's no big airports. You know, they have to fly in the seafood daily and all that.
Hmm.
So we don't have one.
A sea rat is also a pirate.
No, I was reading some history about prisons in the Upper East Coast, and that's what they used to feed them. And they were considered, like rats, sea rats. And then people liked it, so got famous, and Red Lobster was born.
Yeah, lobster was like a poor man's food. There's such abundance of it, right? Back in whenever. Yeah.
It was easy to buy.
And now it's
Yeah, now it's like the rich man's food.
yeah, it's a luxury now.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm basically saying people like Denise, right? We all have obviously taste receptors on our tongues, but they're organized differently in different percentages based on the person. So an individual might not like the taste of seafood, all of their lives, and that's just the way it is for that person. It's like a fingerprint. Myself, I prefer.
My tastes have changed since I don't know if it's maybe I've gotten older and my hormones changed. I don't know what would cause you to do that, Ronan.
Well, like you just said, hormonal changes. There's a lot of children that grow up, man, they don't like vegetables. But when they grow older, they'll start eating vegetables. That's
I also read one time that children will stay more towards the safe colors. Like children are taught that white things are safe, but you wouldn't want to eat nothing green because green would tend to mean it was spoiled or bad. And so children taste with like, I guess fear or it's already instilled in them, sort of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know Sharon Dyes?
No.
Well, there's this lady I met online, and she was telling me about her childhood, and she said she recalls like being in a high chair, right, and her mom fed her some meat, and she spat it out, and her whole life she's just been a natural vegetarian.
My daughter's a vegetarian.
Some people, that's the way they are. It's okay, because there's some foods, I don't particularly like.
We stopped at McDonald's after a ball game one night, and she bought, I can't remember what, some kind of hamburger. And when she bit it, a big vein stretched out. And it just disgusted her. She was like 12 or 13. And it just disgusted her to where she has never ate meat since. And she's 33 now. She'll be 34 this month. And she's never ate meat. I guess it just grossed her out.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, that happens.
I have a friend who worked in a fish, like a fish market, fish restaurant, seafood restaurant, and I guess he had a bad experience in the kitchen, saw what was going on, and can never eat any fish again. He can't stand the smell. He won't even. Yeah.
I know.
My brother's the same way. He will not eat seafood of any kind because when we were younger, my father was a fisherman, tuna boat fisherman, and he would like gut the fish in the garage, and then he would make these weird meals and want us to eat fish raw. And my brother had a bad taste, he didn't like the taste of it, but my dad was real abusive. So he was like, "You eat that little fuck," he was to go off on, or you're gonna get beat. So he ate it and he puked, and he would not touch fish. He would not go around fish. The smell of it would just draw him away.
And it's triggered to a bad memory. It's attached to a bad memory.
If you want to admit it, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Help your father. Forcing him to eat it.
Yep. Eat these lobster eyeballs.
Well, speaking of food, and I knew this was going to happen. I said it was going to happen. It seems, slumping Chinese food sales.
Oh yeah.
because of the fear of the coronavirus. So people, connecting the two here. Even though there's probably no threat to the food, but the stigma's there.
Yeah.
I posed this question on Facebook. I posed this question on Facebook last week, and someone was saying, well, a lot of the stuff comes from California, so unless that's interrupted somehow, the food they're using.
So I have a question about they're stopping people from coming in from China. So like, what about like Walmart? Everything in Walmart comes from China. So how are they working that at the ports of entry and stuff about the?
There are some products. I've heard there are some products being affected. Like there's this guy channel. What's his name? Uneducated economist. He works in hardware, and they are noticing that the nails that people usually use because they are cheaper are from China, and now that supply has been cut down. They've seen it's choking up, and so now that price is going up. Some of the wood, I don't know how this is attached to it, but some of the wood has been going up too as well. But the nails in China, yeah, that along with the masks.
I watched this video. It was crazy the other night. It was about how the Simpsons had predicted everything happening. You know how it clumped all the clips into one video. If I could think, That's Impossible is the guy's channel name. He has some really good videos. I'll see if I can find him and share the link.
That kind of started with the whole 9/11 thing. I remember that. With the
I know the
Simpsons.
Bart Simpson episode. It shows this guy packing a box, and he sneezes into the box, and then he mails it to Bart Simpson. And when it gets there, Bart opens it up, and you can see these little red bacteria coming out of the box, and he breathes them in.
I remember that episode, but that episode came out during like the bird flu thing or something like that. That's why they had the episode. So of course it's going to repeat itself. So they didn't really predict it. They just went ahead and they did a
Right.
commentary on what's happening now, and it's going to happen again. So it's not really a prediction. It's just
Yeah.
a lot of them are like that. I mean, plus they got so many different scenarios in their show. It's it's a lot of think tanking going on.
I don't see it.
Do you guys eat Chinese food at all?
What's that?
Do you eat Chinese food?
Did you say Chinese food?
No. Yeah. Do you eat Chinese food?
Oh yeah.
Have
You're
cut
breaking
down?
up there for a second. Yeah, of course.
Have you cut down since?
No, hell,
No.
I haven't eaten it since I have to say.
why would I cut down? And they get the same, and the food you get at like Arby's is probably coming in the same trucks, shipping over with the food they get wherever. I don't know. Plus, it's all here anyway.
Now, do you go to the restaurant? Or you have it delivered or what?
I haven't had Chinese in a couple weeks, but we just order and pick up. I usually get the house egg foo young, which has the the shrimp and the pork and the beef in there, and beef lo mein noodle and some chicken fried rice.
Okay, so maybe not the food's affected, but what about the people who are serving it? Like, say if they came from a plane, say if they're a carrier.
Like they went to go visit family and came back?
Yeah, or family came in and visited them and then went back.
I don't know. If maybe they never went to China. I mean, maybe they're just, who knows? And if they did, then the grocery store right next door to them is probably going to have it too, because they go in and out of there. And
Right.
yeah, and then the dollar store next to them is going to carry it. So same old risk. Doesn't bother me none. Gonna die anyway. That's how I see it. You're gonna die anyway. So just live your life, and when it happens, it happens. It's,
I die anyway.
Yeah. I mean, who knows how I'm gonna die? It could be a cold. It could be like it's
But you still would take precautions, right? I mean, you could say
definitely. Yeah. It's not like I want to, but it's
like,
it's
do you drive
something like
a seatbelt or anything? You know what I'm saying? I drive a seatbelt. I'm gonna die anyway.
It's kind of like somebody that gets bitten by But he gives a little bit himself a little bit of snake venom, a little more every day, and becomes immune to snake bites. I grew up in the ghetto side of San Diego, so it's like go to TJ, as a kid playing around the freaking sewers, catching, freaking mud bugs and stuff, and
Right.
eating whatever was around, so it didn't bother me any then. So
Everybody
maybe all the crap.
virus, bunch of bitches. I grew up in the ghetto, man.
I am the coronavirus, SA. Come at me, Holmes.
Venom. Oh, I saw a clip. Speaking of Venom, I'm thinking of Eminem, and then he did a performance at the Oscars.
He looked funny because he had a beard. It was like watching a hillbilly rap. It was like, it's kind of entertaining a little bit, I'm waiting for it to spit out some chew.
They had a backtrack playing at the same time.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, he would say something, put the mic away from his mouth, and he'll still continue to say it. So
Yeah.
He's getting older though. Maybe he can't keep up with his old self.
Well, he's like what, close to 50 now? Was he in his 40s?
His 40s.
I know he has a daughter in her 20s, so
Maybe
he's
around 50.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he came out, I was roughly about 15. So he was about 20 then. So 5 years older than I was, around there, roughly. So yeah, he's about close to 50, or at.
Well, he came out what, late 90s?
Yeah, he's probably dyeing that beard up because I'm younger than his ass, and mine's already grayed out. Feeling like Santa Claus and shit.
Then he said she's starving. She left. Yeah, I hear you. I'm getting hungry. I'm starting to get hungry too.
Bugs, catching roaches.
I wanted to pull. Let me see what's Eminem. Eminem is 47. I'm getting an echo. Who's giving me an echo? Okay. 47. Yep, you just turned 47.
4 years older than I am.
4 years older than you?
Getting old, man.
And I am older than Eminem. So there you go. So don't feel bad.
Are you wearing shorts and black socks?
No.
Good.
Fuck no. I bet you Roman wears shorts with black socks.
Do you, Ronan?
Yeah, I think he does. And Ronan?
What's that?
Do you wear
Where?
shorts?
No, I'm a practicing nudist.
So you go out in the streets nude?
How do you
No!
practice?
If I go out, I got these old beat up Vans, and just basically some, I guess I call them nylon shorts. They got pockets and a pink T-shirt because I'm on a bicycle and I want to be visible. That's all I wear all the time. Even today it's like 50 degrees. I was outside for a while, now. I'm warm until I get cold. Then I put something on if I have to.
So you're like almost buck naked then.
Oh man, I love it. I love it, man. I mean, I got clothes,
Yeah, you can't go on a subway, right?
where, I dress appropriately.
It's funny hearing him. I love it. Yeah. Just feel free. Let everything hang. So you walk around naked in your house all the time.
The way my ball slapped the chair.
Well, yeah, I'm alone. I'm in a chair here. I use a towel, right?
Okay.
It's got a 3 fart limit. Don't get me wrong. It's got a 3 fart limit. Then it goes in the, in the wash.
You ever shard it?
Huh?
You ever shard it?
Okay, so wait. So are you talking to us naked now? Are you nude now, Ronan?
Huh?
Are you nude right now?
Well, yeah. Every time I've talked to you, I've been nude. Well, I don't see the thing because it's like at least I'm here, but I don't have clothes on. So what? I just like the feeling. I just like the feeling.
I hear you.
Cool.
Ronan
I'm
and
gonna get
nude.
naked right now.
So do you go to nudist gatherings?
No, I don't do things like that. No,
No.
Then how do you practice it?
Yeah.
because I don't have clothes on right now.
I mean, the practice part, you're just doing. What's the practicing of it?
Because
Yeah,
I'm at home and I do it all the time. That makes it a practice.
Oh, that kind of practice. Okay.
Yeah. Because I practice it daily.
But you need
Until I
to.
have to go out.
How
Then
do
I'll
you
put
get
my
better at
clothes
being naked? Are you like using a wiener pump? You're shaving your balls, like you're getting better at it.
on. No, my girlfriends used to do that, but they should say my legs for some reason. Not
She wanted you to be a woman. Did she ever put her clothes on you?
what's that, please?
She ever want you to wear her clothes?
I don't wash your clothes.
The one that used to shave your leg, did she ever want you to wear her lingerie or underwear or clothes?
No, nothing ever like that. I used to like to play along and say, "Hey, let's play dress up." What do you mean? Hey, let's go shopping and we can go out after you pick out the clothes I'm going to wear. Boy, they love that, man. They love that one, dude. I'm telling you.
I love control.
Yeah, they give them control, and then when it's my turn, hey, guess what? They can't say no.
You got to wear what I say.
Yeah, and that's usually nothing. Yeah.
You gotta pay for it.
Did
I
he
bought
say
you those
days?
Every,
fire.
it's
No,
an
no,
investment. It's
these
an
days,
investment,
step
gentlemen.
on
It's
your
an
balls. Just step
That's
on
not
your
forced at all.
old man ball warmers. Stanel says socks. Do you have a girlfriend these days, Ronan?
But no,
Victor, you gonna take the lady out for Valentine's Day?
no, I'm
Nope.
not going to. No, I know some ladies, and it's like they're okay people, and but at this age, it's like it's like one of those things where I'd rather be honest about it versus just lie and then get laid and then leave, and the classics, hit and run thing. No, I don't do that anymore. I'm older now, so it's like if I meet a girl and the chemistry's there, sure enough. I mean, I get approached by some ladies like at the store, or market. I get approached and I start talking to them and stuff, But now it's like simple example, right? I was at market, right? And this lady comes up. She's nice and tall. She's very nice looking, and everything. I start talking to her, and I could see it right in her eyes, and I knew I had it in bed, but I realized that she was like kind of young, right? And like, nah, it's okay in my mind, right? So I was just polite and everything, complimented her, and here and there, drop some words that girls understand, and she got it. I mean, she got it, but she was excited because she saw me. She saw what she liked. Put it that way. And that, like I said, at my age, I'm over 60. Yeah. At my age, so it's like, nah. She's too young. She looked to be in her 30s. It's like I'm over. And it's like, no, she's got that daddy thing going on. I imagine. I may be wrong.
Oh, you play along for a little while.
Well, that's just it. I think that would be very cruel-hearted. You know what I mean? I have a.
Well, what if you're upfront about it?
Huh?
What if you're upfront about it?
I am upfront. I mean, I'm not like direct, but I politely mix it into conversation, and she gets it. I get it. Thank you so much, and I feel complimented, so on and so forth. But that's it. I mean, one day, you talk about paying it. What is it? A random act of kindness. I was again at market, and I was packing up my groceries, and this lady comes up, and she has a container, just one container of something. I don't know what it was, and it was just a random act of kindness. I said, hey, look, add that in, I'll pay for it, and I pay for. And then, but obviously, she was leaving because it was only one item, and she offered me a blowjob.
Can't buy me love.
Well, I didn't. I was stunned, but that wasn't the point. That, had it been, yeah, I'm trying to get some sex from her, buy her product, whatever that was, and I get lucky.
Did you get the blowjob?
Get the blowjob, dude?
Did you get?
Well, no, she offered it,
Huh?
just the back of her car, but no.
Take it. No. No.
What's that, please?
You said no.
No, I said no. Again,
Mm.
it was not my
She
intent.
wanted $20.
No, had it been my intent, it would have been a different story, obviously.
Mm.
But it wasn't my intention. I didn't have that in mind, and so no.
Hey, Brojo, would you have gotten it?
From a 30-year-old?
You're
Yeah.
60.
Wait. If I'm 60?
Yeah, you're like your Rona's position. If you're his age and some 30-year-old wanted to blow you for buying her some, a can of artichokes or something, would you
A
accept
can
it?
of artichoke.
Whatever you bought. You paid for it that day.
Check your teeth. Make sure she needs some drug addict.
Okay, does this lady say?
I say yeah. Okay, let's do it. So, but speaking of, there's this channel here, Bachcroft TV. I don't know if you ever heard of it. And what they do, they deal with people who are in kind of, not unusual and not so average relationships. So this one is this is their latest one. And she's 25 and he's 70. And they're saying, what's the problem?
What?
She fell in love with a 70-year-old dog.
Yeah.
I got smiling. Look at him.
I loved him like the second I saw his face. Everybody.
She loved him the second she saw his face.
That's weird.
Do you think she has daddy issues?
I think maybe her grandpa.
This thing going, man. Probably the preacher, fondled her at a young age, man.
Or something like that, or father's old friend. Probably, something went wrong there. That bitch done trip.
She says everybody should date somebody who's 45 years older than them.
Yeah, you don't get.
What's he gonna date? What's he gonna do then?
Hey, Ronan, you got a sister?
What's that?
you got a sister?
A sister? Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I had a sister, big-breasted woman.
Wow, I got to find a woman in her 90s now. So she says everybody should marry, date somebody 40 years difference, 40 plus.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know. Not, but it's like, put it this way: she's got it. She's got it good. She planned it out well. He's only capable of actually having sex maybe once a week. Where her ex-boyfriend wants it like 3 times a day, and she's not really into that. So she, basically saw this guy and looked like the preacher that fondled her, and decided, hey, let's try this. I get lucky, get everything I want, and sex is not like forced on me. It's only when she feels like it. And
like
very understanding.
She was molested by some old man, but when he did the sexual part, maybe he didn't like, you know what I mean? She just took that the wrong way, so now she's not interested in sex. But she got the lollipop and the secrets and the don't tell and the toys for keeping her mouth shut.
Sure.
So that kind of twisted her up a little bit. So
I was in a room with Lyrics. We were in it wasn't a public hang, so I brought up the story to him. And he said he thought this was one step removed from pedophilia.
Oh,
I'm like, but she's 25. She's old.
It's. I don't think it's pedophilia at all, but it's just a little out of the norm. I guess it's a little weird.
Yeah,
She doesn't have a dick slam in her. What's the difference between that? Because she already has it, but. It's just the weirdness, I guess, of it. Why the attraction that it's not normal, it's not natural, or I guess it's natural.
They're getting looks. And that's what they talk about in this video. How people look at them. I mean, here they walk into the store. You would think like, okay, that's her father with the daughter.
Yep.
25-year age gap.
And again, it could be a whole sugar daddy thing. He got money, and
They have a
she's
kid,
got
too.
nothing.
They have a kid. 2
Oh,
years.
to be the oldest,
With their relationship.
the ugly kid too.
He's gaslighting you. He's or grooming you.
The blue pill
he needs
worked.
you out.
What's that?
The blue pill worked.
The blue
Right.
worked.
Some love the blue pill. Some take comfort in it.
Someone so old being their daughter.
Is that the?
So it was a little shocking. With just
Not married.
Same age. I mean, that dad's got to be pretty old because if that's her mother, I mean, they're pretty,
He's
pretty up
He's 70 years of
already.
age.
You have an accent? Are they
Yeah.
English? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why English people are all fucking crazy. They throw poop at each other like monkeys at dinner table.
With a 2-year-old son, will the couple
Yeah,
ever
but-
be free of judgment?
They have a 2-year-old son, so she was 23 then.
Dang,
Maybe
grandpa be
22
banging
when
some-
they got together. So, yeah. Okay.
Imagine that,
Buddy.
like a 90-year-old lady climbing on you,
God
Brojo.
Good on you,
Imagine
buddy.
that, Brojo, making out with a 90-year-old.
No. No.
You're over 2 hours.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you. I think yeah, I'm pretty ahead on my my hours. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
we have to what 70 let's see what I think 1 2 3 4 16. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. We'll be all right.
And what about the additional consequences of dating someone so much older?
I told him, I said, don't you dare die in your sleep. I'd be so mad.
That's the way she said, you know, just sound like
That's
that.
funny.
Don't you dare die in your sleep. Oh,
Maybe he's like a giant baby to her.
What? Didn't she concerned about him having a heart attack or something? This poor kid. Now, when this kid turns 18, which will be in 16 years, he'll be
Let him die.
86.
Oh, he'll probably be dead by then. Look at him already. He already looks like he's about 80 something.
I don't think he'd be dead, man. I'm telling you, he's feeling happy. Come on, he's banging a 25-year-old.
Yeah, but look at like Bill Clinton. Look at him, how he went to like totally like he looks totally like dead now. You know, you can see through his skin's all transparent. It's that this guy's on the verge of that. You know, he's going to that Clinton stage.
Clinton's
Or
day.
just crazy, crazy, wicked zombie old. You know, they're getting blood transfusions and
He looks all right.
doing voodoo
he's
in
got
Africa.
Skin. He's got pretty good skin. He could probably, if he dyed his hair, look 10 years younger.
I don't know. All old white people look the same to me. Old.
You gotta be black and don't crack.
Yeah, black and on crack. Because if you're black, there's like an 85% chance you have smoked crack cocaine.
Wife by getting married so young and having kids so young. And they said that I was missing out on the things that I should be doing in my 20s. And it's like, what should I be doing? Like, who's to even say what that is, right? Partying doesn't appeal to me. I don't do drugs. I don't like to get blackout drunk. So
Good for you.
what else would I be doing? If anything, getting married and having Lachlan, it's made me feel much more fulfilled. So to be honest, I think I made the best decision possible that I could have made. We've been together coming up on 5 years.
5 years. So she was 20
Yeah.
and he was 65.
You know, she's got it planned out pretty good because she gets the kid at a young age. You know, she's got security at a young age. And then when he dies, she's probably going to get, some big chunk of money. And then she could do all her whoring around later.
Chunk of money. I don't know how much. Who knows how much money he has?
Probably has life insurance. People usually do.
I just go by there. Yeah. Yeah. 65. He
Bucky's
started dating her. Oh man, I want to know how he met. How do you? Oh God.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. How did that happen?
One of them online predators.
Where did they meet?
Married for a year and a half.
Just 5 years ago, Stephanie was working at a local pub when Don walked in and changed her life forever.
Oh man, I loved him like the second I saw his face, and it was super weird because I was like, oh my god, this guy's like at least 30 years older than me. But I don't know, I just thought he was so handsome and he was charming and super flirty. And
You said was because now you look super old.
She was 20 working in a pub. I think I had to be 21, drinking age at least, working in a pub. Looks like that, and look, she gets to live in the adult community center now, right?
I bet you dress up like Santa Claus and say, "Sit on my lap, little girl." Ho ho ho. I hope you asked for salami.
when he came in, I was just so happy. So.
And it wasn't long before romance blossomed between the two.
Yeah, I think it was a Friday night. We played some pool and we danced and.
Yeah, he spent the night at my house.
But having
Whoa!
Here's zipper sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mature age, the news came as quite a shock to many, especially those closest to Stephanie, who was just 20 years old at the time.
My mom was not a fan at all.
Well,
my dad was not a fan.
Yeah, we're gonna see Dad.
Right?
They're not gonna show
her mother was real bitchy. You just tell.
Dad don't want to be in the movie. You don't want to be in the show.
He's probably disgusted at his daughter. He wants to see her.
What's that?
He's probably disgusted by her. Doesn't want to have anything to do with her now.
I wonder if they fought.
Oh yeah, my family's been just it's whatever.
I think for my side of the family, they were a little bit like, "Whoa, like, what are you doing?
Oh,
stop and rethink this."
Yeah, they thought I was making a mistake, or I got myself into a situation.
The first time
Daddy issues.
when Stephanie came forward and told me that she was dating a man who actually was the same age as her father, it was a little shocking. I was not happy at first. I felt that Stephanie was losing out on a chance to meet somebody that she could grow old with because she was with somebody who was already old.
Go hide, honey.
Yeah, she wasn't definitely not thinking long term, huh? Because yeah, statistically, they'll probably be dead by 75, 76. Though some people living longer, some maybe 80. Still 10 years.
And I wonder if the kids didn't have any health problems. You know, his old grandpa sperm.
Oh God.
You know, because like the prime age, the prime age for making children, you know, the male's like what 18 to 20 to 28. This guy's, you know, pumping it out like 65. You know, it's gotta be some freaking like I don't know.
My friend married a woman 15 years his junior. Junior? Yeah, junior. Yeah, so but he's what is he now? He's 55. She just turned 40. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they have an adorable daughter. She's 5 years old.
That's cool.
Yeah. But 15 years ain't bad, I guess. That's not bad.
Not when you look at that part of it, I guess, because it's in the middle right there. You know, it's kind of like it evens out kind of in a weird way. But once they get later on down the road, it might start looking funny. I don't know. That's kind of what it is, because I mean, you know, you don't love who you love, and you know, you bump uglies, whatever. But I guess it's just a.
What do they do together? Do they do anything? I guess they have the kid now to keep them busy.
Right.
You're allowed to.
Well, I have to yell over top of him so you can hear me.
You'll hear you. Don't worry.
Man, that refrigerator is empty.
Mm-hmm. He has that weird grandpa voice, like the car turning into, you know, it's like, uh-oh. Once your vocal cords fall, you ain't got much time at all.
But she knew from the very beginning that I wasn't happy about it.
As a couple are now fully committed into their relationship, their respective families are coming around the match.
So it was a little shocking.
I had enough of this story. But I want to show you. Let me show you some of the other interesting ones on this channel. Oh, this one. I didn't even see that. I never saw out of prison. It's not. You see
That's the prison documentaries where prisoners got married and they're gonna die in prison and they're still married and they met them while they were in prison.
I fell in love with my sugar daddy. This one, he's 60, and she's like 18, 19. Ronan, would you ever consider a 19-year-old?
You know what's weird, man, is when I was working at this place that was all gays. I want to say all fags, but I'm not supposed to say fags anymore. I don't know why. But anyway, there's a bunch of gays there, right? And there's like two old dudes, and they're probably like in their 60s. One was close to 70, but their boyfriends were like 18 years old, 24 years old. Really, really young, skinny, baby-faced dudes. That was really weird. And, I mean, you could tell it's total like sugar daddy thing, but still. Yikes, right?
Didn't we do a hangout on? Oh yeah, we did a hangout on this bunch here. The girl who's dating 4 guys. They all knew. Yeah, we did a hangout.
She's a nasty.
We did a hangout on that. I remember. We were making fun of them because they were all like they looked like all like geeks, like computer nerds. Yeah. Look at this one. I'm judged because my girlfriend is 3'10". Wow. Love, don't judge.
This is all you do.
She looks like a little girl, though. She doesn't even have an adult face.
11 years old. That's weird.
That is weird. Wow.
But she's a woman, so it's
she's a woman. Yeah.
She fell in love with.
And he's not like he's that extremely tall. Yeah.
He don't look like he's really old either.
Oh, yeah.
We got so much love for one another.
Some people question Jonathan and why he wanted to date Ivy.
Well,
when we first started dating, he put up a picture of me next to him, like a few people. Is that really your girlfriend?
And they receive judgment when they're out as a couple due to Ivy's height.
It's pretty crazy when they get the guys out and they got the phone right here and they trying to like hide it.
Oh, they try to take a picture and stuff.
This pedophilia guy, pedophilia all over the place.
I had a really good friend. And he had a disease that caused him to stunt his growth. He stopped growing. He was like 10. And we'd go out and get all the looks and stuff like that. Even the kids would be bugging out on him because he'd be just as tall as some of the kids. They see this short man, you know, because he's got the beard going and everything. Just bug him out. Yeah. Yeah. He was a good friend of mine. Fortunately, he passed away about 6 years ago. Yeah.
What?
He was taking a lot of medication because he had to deal with a lot of pain and inflammation from his bones and stuff because he had arthritis all over the place, you know. But so I think it just took a toll on his body, the medication on his liver and stuff. But man, he had a car specially made for him, so he would take trips no problem. You know, he wanted to work. He didn't want to be on disability. You know, he could have, He decided to work, took a government job for a while until he, couldn't do it no more.
Dang.
Yeah. He's an amazing guy.
Some people are born with, issues like that. It's kind of, makes our lives look pretty easy.
Yeah. That's why, don't take anything for granted. Be thankful, grateful.
Mhm.
Most of us have working parts.
Right. I can still poop. That's all that matters right now.
All right, I am going to go eat. Let me just what's this comment here, Stan? It was common back in the day for women to marry men older than them, but they also ended up having more than one spouse due to mortality rates. Yeah. There was a 13-year difference between your great aunt and uncle. 5 between your grandparents. Well, 5 ain't that bad. That's pretty common.
I got 4-year difference for my wife and I. That's not bad.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Ronan, you still there? You still with us?
Yes.
I'm gonna say goodbye.
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 You gonna
If you guys
remove?
want to hang out? What's that?
You gonna remove me?
No, I'm not gonna remove you. I'm just gonna stop the live broadcast. If you guys want to hang out
Oh no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get something to eat too.
All right. Yeah, I'm hungry.
I gotta catch up. Trump here, his old Roger Stone wanted a new trial, and the judge denied it.
2020, Trump 2020.
Trump 2020.
Trump 2020. Get over it. Goodbye.
Yeah, let the chaos and ruin continue, gentlemen.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell.
We need it. We need it badly.
Hit that Liberty Bell, baby. Hit that Liberty Bell.
Ping.
It's cracked.
All right, I'm out of here. Bye.
Cool. Later, guys.
Take care, Vic.
Take care.